What advice would you give yourself coming out of high school or finishing your high school program?
Not to be so hard on myself because when you see all your friends moving on to university or graduating high school, you just feel horrible and you feel stuck and lost and sad, depressed, anxious. I went through it all. And I think remembering, at the end of the day, everyone's learning journey is different. And when we achieve things, it doesn't have to be on the static route. Life changes and we have to adapt and, don't hate yourself or be hard on yourself when you don't need to go the same direction as everyone else.
One advice I'd give to myself is not to take things so seriously from the perspective of of taking it seriously that you get yourself kind of excited with anxiety a bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like like sometimes it's like there's a lot of tests, there's a lot of specific moments where the correct choice was to just be more calm and to complete the task. And that, like, looking back, that actually was the right move most of the time. So I wish I could tell myself to remain more calm in situations that seem stressful, like whether they actually were or whether it was just personally, and to kind of let those things let stress and pressure kind of settle a bit. Because when I'm getting older, you realize like what the stress and pressure meant, what it came from. Were you just young? Like, is that something that you should seriously carry with you? One other thing I would say is there's a few different things I would tell myself to train differently at football, and maybe something would have changed.
So this is going to sound really blunt, but high school can feel long and treacherous, and honestly, it kind of is. So the most important thing to do if you're feeling like it will never end is to actively remind yourself every single day that it will end and that it does get better. I would say this especially to myself because I struggled with a lot of undiagnosed mental health issues during high school. But I want to say that to my younger self, like, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna get better. You're gonna receive the help you need, and you're gonna become this like super cool 19-year-old university student who's still figuring themselves out, but has a better understanding of themselves than they ever have had in their entire lives.
University, high school, I'm gonna say enjoy it as much as you can. If I knew, if I knew that school was gonna get shut down 3 quarters through my grade 12 year, I would have enjoyed the first 3 quarters of grade 12 much, 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 much more. I would say to a high school student, enjoy it, but also keep in mind that you have to progress and you have to do well in grade 10 to do well in grade 11 so you can use those grade 11 marks to apply to university. And then you have to also keep up those grade 12 marks so your application for university can stay open, right? You can't just do well in grade 11 and flunk grade 12 because you also need to apply with some grade 12 marks. I would say enjoy it, spend as much time with your friends as you can because university, wow, like I don't see anyone in university. Like, I don't, that's just me. I like being a solo person. I've always liked that actually. But in university, you don't have time to chill. You don't. High school, listen, high school, I know tons of kids, and I guarantee you a lot that will be listening to this, they skip a class here or two. Like, it's okay. It's like, I'm not,
Of course, of course.
not
This is your,
advertising.
this is your advice. You've been through it already.
Oh, of
So
course.
everything you say is fine.
Yeah, so I'm not advertising to skip a class, right? My mom's a teacher. I would never give that advice. But
This, by the way.
yeah. But enjoy it, like have fun. Go out with your friends at lunch, go grab a bite to eat, plan so you guys all have a spare block together in your grade 11 and grade 12 year. But always know that you got to keep the wheels rolling because university is no joke.